We have a visitor, Rakarth. Shall we hear them, or flay them alive?
Well, hello, my little munchkins. Welcome back to Milk and Cookies Total War. I'm your boy, Indie Pride, from Milk and Cookies Total War. And today, Rakarth the Beastlord, the new FLC Legendary Lord for Total War Warhammer 2, is out and about, and we're about to get it poppin' like Orville Redenbacher. Welcome to the stream, my friends. It's been a while. I know I've been dealing with my own health issues and some really annoying stuff on that front, and it has kind of stopped me from streaming as much as I would like to, with the whole GERD. I do not recommend acid reflux. It's not fun. I still have it, but I've found some ways to kind of combat it when I'm going to stream or something, so hopefully won't be too much of an issue today. Let me know that my audio and everything is good to go, and then we can jump into the campaign, show you guys some Mortal Empire stuff, huh? How's that sound? Welcome, welcome. Reek, why are you impersonating Indy? Fresh Lemon, what's going on, man? Jabroni, Roel, Game Bull. We got a lot of people. Reflex Pride, there we go. Yeah, that's basically my name at this point. Okay, it looks like the audio is all set. And by the way, you might notice it, and this is a pretty common theme when we stream. We're not starting from turn 1, and I get it. Some of you don't like that. It's cool. I'm not going to be able to please everybody, but everyone is going to be playing their campaign straight from turn 1. I sometimes prefer to just jump into, maybe not late game. I wouldn't say 67 in Mortal Empires is late game. Mortal Empire is actually a little bit different than other campaigns in that you can pretty easily go to like 400 or 500 and still not really be in the end game sometimes when you see those AI snowball empires really getting out of control. But yeah, so this is Rakarth the Beastlord's campaign, and I think the best way to get it all started here is to just show off his skill tree, and then I'll give you a teeny bit of backstory on what's going on, give you a quick overview, and then we'll jump into some actual gameplay. So this is actually the first time I have streamed anything on 1440p, on 2K, with my new monitor, with my new setup, with my 3080. It's a gorgeous graphics card. Let me know if you guys run into any issues in terms of stream lag, that kind of thing. I don't know exactly how well the bitrate and all that stuff will be handled. My computer should run an absolute train. Should absolutely destroy any stream that I do, but I can't guarantee it because there's a lot of moving parts every time we try and tackle something like this. So this is Rakarth, and you might notice that I don't just have Dark Elf units in my army. The cool thing about the Beastlord is that he actually has access to a lot of monsters from a lot of different factions. So he can get Feral Mammoths from winning battles in Norska. You can get, well, Black Dragons from conquering High Elf settlements. You can get Charybdis from fighting battles at sea. He can get Feral Carnosaurs and Feral Stegodons from fighting in Lustria or defeating Lizardmen, and we are utilizing some of that Doom stackery here. Now, we're not really pushing that to its limit. Shades are a very good unit. You'll see them a lot on Legendary and below. They're just very good, very versatile, so it's kind of like the core of this build right now. But as we continue to expand, we might phase some of these Shades out and get some other monsters instead. The free LC, if you're wondering, is coming out tomorrow, so you'll be able to get your hands on him. This is actually pretty late in terms of an embargo. Usually we get it like a week before or so, before you guys do. This time, there's just a really quick turnaround, so you guys will be able to play this literally tomorrow, about, I would say, 24 hours from now. It should be available for all of you. Okay, so, looking at his skill tree real quick, he's got some awesome stuff. Whip of Agony, for instance, is fantastic. Minus 24 melee defense, removes terror and fear. Anytime you hit a single entity monster with this thing, they lose their terror. Very strong. Essentially, you can terror out enemy monsters in duels. So if you're fighting against Emmerich of Calidor, someone like that, hit them with it. They're low. They terror out. You rear attack them once or twice, and the battle's just over. One thing that I have really been surprised about, that kind of shocked me, is just how damn good he is as a duelist, especially against monstrous targets. When he is on Brachus the Black Dragon, which is his unique mount, he has very large bonus versus large. He can get up to 900 weapon strength. Not base, but with his own buffs. With his own Whip of Agony, with his own Beast Slayer trait, everything, he can get up to 900 weapon strength. So he can dumpster Shaggus, he can dumpster enemy dragons, given the right opportunity. He can still be a little bit squishy. Black dragons are not the tankiest monsters in the game, but this is his unique skill tree, and you'll see it's pretty damn good. The Carrion Crows thing, like I talked about in the video yesterday, not that strong, because we're not going to be using Harpies with the way upkeeps and supply lines work. But the rest of it, I mean, casualty replenishment in foreign territory, we're going to be very aggressive on Ulth 1. Obviously, we've already captured Lothern, so there's that. There's this breeding program, which gives Frost Breath to Charybdis and Abyssal Howl to the Hydra, which really makes the Hydra a freakishly good monster. The fact that it now has that, has Terror and that -8 leadership penalty makes the Terror routes much easier. Harpy Claw Bolts is pretty solid. And then Apex Predator and Pack Hunters, which kind of steps on Malice Darkblade's toes a little bit, but we talked about that yesterday. So we've kind of prioritized Lightning Strike, Quartermaster, Elven Healing, Renowned Feared, all that stuff. I kind of wish that red skill trees was a little bit more impactful in the early game. I kind of typically end up skipping it, but it's mostly because his unique skill tree is just so strong. So the basic overview of what we have done so far is, well, one of the reasons why I didn't show the first, I don't know, say 15 or 20 turns of this campaign is that the beginning is actually pretty boring. We start out on Conquana, Citadel of Lead, Isle of Wights on Albion, and we're in a situation where you just kind of turtle and build up for a while. And you are at war with the High Elves, I think, at the start, or at least on bad relations. And so, very early on, you will get dowed. You will have to go and fight on Ulth 1, which kind of sucks because it means, and I talked about this yesterday as well, that you basically are kind of forced into going towards the donut. I don't like fighting on the donut very much. I think it kind of ends up being just a war of attrition, and it ends up wasting like 50 or 60 turns of your campaign. I would have loved to have gone to Marienburg or Lustria or whatever, but I just don't think you really have that option. So, you can see our economy is kicking ass right now. Yeah, we're doing pretty well on that front. We got 4 stacks right now, and I'll show them off here. We got one coming in from Karan Kar, who we already confederated. They will soon be attacking Tor Anlek, and in fact, look at this. We can just recruit a Black Dragon on the fly when we're sailing around. So for this army, recruit that, and I think we can actually just move on Tor Anlek here and maybe lay siege. Okay, not going to be able to do that on this turn, that's fine. If we get attacked, whatever. I think this army should be able to handle pretty much anything that gets thrown its way, barring some kind of freakish doomstack that appears out of the ether. I might actually disband a bolt thrower here and get a second Black Dragon to make this a little bit scarier. I can't do that right now. That was dumb. By the way, I am running on literally like 2.5 hours of sleep right now, so I am going to do some dumbass things on stream today, 100%. You can make fun of me, I don't care, it's fine. And pretty much every time I stream this game anyway, and there's a big difference between playing when I'm by myself and streaming to people. When you're talking, a lot of your brain processing power goes straight out the window. So if I make shitty plays, make fun of me, whatever, it's all good. But it's gonna happen 100% like that. So what we're gonna do here, we have the Sword of Cain, Shakara Poison Blade. Unfortunately, she did not get a very good Name of Power. I was kind of hoping she would. We're gonna move in from the south, or I guess this is technically the east. We're gonna attack from one side, and we are going to attack from the other side and try and double up here. So Lariel's gonna back up, and now she's isolated. That should just be an easy auto-resolve if we can catch up here. Alright, I think we can actually fight this battle to get things underway, and then after that, I think we'll move with Rakarth westwards and deal with some more Elven boys on the donut. Tyrion has confederated everybody on the continent, basically. He has Lariel, Eltharion. I think he might even have Alathanar at this point. So the High Elves were going to get strong if I didn't attack them. Of course, my own invasion kind of was the impetus for a lot of that Confederation anyway. But, yeah, let's fight this battle. We got Lothran Sea Guards, some Shadow Warriors, Silver Helms. Shouldn't be too bad. Can you win the race for Karen Kara as Lokir? As a Lokir Felheart player? Yeah, I imagine the AI isn't going to be able to confederate him that fast. It'd be kind of dumb if... To be honest, I've not played Lokir Felheart on this patch. And this is actually a pretty substantial patch. We'll cover patch notes, I think, tomorrow. Because I got a multiplayer video coming out later today. So we'll be focusing on that too. But there will be patch notes. There's a lot of stuff in it. I believe Lokir got a bit of a rework. I don't want to say too much about it. Not because I can't. The embargo's dropped now. But I just don't quite remember everything that was fixed for him. Malice might have gotten a teeny bit, but I don't think he got like a full campaign rework or anything. Dark Elves got some lovin' in this patch for sure. Skaven got some nerfs in terms of their brood horrors and their summons and a few other things. But yeah, we'll cover that all in depth pretty soon. Yes, there is a patch coming with this free LC. We got 1,000 people on stream. Welcome, my friends. Welcome. And will someone keep a counter in chat about how many dumbass things I do in my play session today, and we can all have a laugh about it later. I am gonna run myself ragged. There's no question about that, because I still have not fully edited and commentated my multiplayer battle. I played with Air. I played with Turin. I think Turin will probably upload our battle today. He might already have uploaded it, actually. But my multiplayer video with Air will go up probably around 4 or 5 EST, which would be maybe like 8 or 9 if you're in Europe. Okay, so we're gonna go some shades here in the front. You know how we do with them. We gotta be a little bit careful of Silver Helms. You might notice that we're not actually going for particularly hardcore try-hard campaign armies. I do want to get a little bit thematic with some of these builds. I'm not gonna go full-on Doomstack, just because they get kind of boring after a while, in my opinion. But with that said, 4 Black Dragons and a Hydra is pretty strong regardless. So I think we'll have 2 Black Dragons on left flank, 2 on the right, and definitely get them out of skirmish mode just because that's gonna screw me up more than likely. Guard mode, just be careful of these Hawks and Great Eagles, that kind of thing. Dragons can go in and murder them in a second. Let's maybe not be quite so far forward. But yeah, let's do it. And this is early access. Yeah, you guys will have access to Rakarth tomorrow. And he is a very fun lord, I will say. He is in a better shape than a lot of other Druki in Mortal Empires right now. He's pretty enjoyable. Has a lot going for him, which, I mean, we've kind of seen that a lot with Creative Assembly's lords. Like, they get better with every successive lord that comes out, but that also leads to a situation where there's maybe a little bit of power creep too. So they don't know about the shades yet, but as soon as the AI sees it, they're gonna get quite upset at me. So they are gonna camp that hill for now, but I think as soon as they realize that I actually have the range advantage, they're gonna come down off it. We do have the Shadows of Anlek, and they're a little bit blobbed up, so let's pop that. That should get some decent value in. A little bit of damage, not a whole lot. Alright, so we're gonna set up right here. He's gonna see the shades in a second. We're gonna get the Black Dragons a little bit closer, bait out a few more skirmish shots, and then let's kill some stuff. So get the Lord up in the front. Yeah, getting murdered. Good. I'm gonna send you down. Okay, so you go kill them. Treat the shades on that side. Get 1 breath attack in here if I can. And let's get a Hydra breath attack in too. Alright, kill those silver helms real quick. Let's get Lord out on this side. You can just go in, honestly. Five those off in Sea Guard. So Shade's getting a little bit of pressure here, but that's alright. We're gonna Shadows of Anlek back here. Dragons are looking fine. Hydra needs to get into melee, beat up on the Noble. Get the Black Dragon out of there, because that's gonna hurt a lot. And let's get a little bit more focus fire, a little bit more pressure on the right flank. Shoot the Shadow Warriors down, because they're painful. Yeah, the Noble can do some damage to the Black Dragon for sure. Silver Helms are all cleared up in the back, or about to be anyway. Let's reset these Shades here. Alright, yeah, the Hydra needs to be a little bit more careful. Alright, now let's focus that down. Still getting some decent pressure there. Okay. We're gonna keep one Black Dragon on them just so I don't have to worry about my rear anymore. Shades move up. Black Ark Corsairs, not the best front line on this particular difficulty, but they're doing okay. Focus down their Shadow Warriors. We're gonna land on them. Stay away from the Noble for now. We'll save him for last. You can kill my infantry all day. I do not care. Hydra's fine. Get one more breath attack in on this side. Pull you back. This is my first game of the day as well, so... Alright, let's retreat. Let's actually have you come back here. Jonathan Jaco, thank you for the donation, my friend. Much appreciated. Little bit more damage. Get him out of the Lothran Sea Guard. He's getting wrecked. Okay. Let's go deal with the nobles now. This looks great, man. What's your rig? You build your own? I had some help. I'm actually not amazing on the whole building a PC thing, but I did pick my own parts and I did help my friend helped me build it, I should say.
We are ready.
All right, let's go get a duel with Eltharion. Get one more breath attack in there. That should be able to route it. Hydra's not performing incredibly well at the moment. Ooh, yeah, those Silver and Guard are messing up the Black Dragon for sure. We're gonna get some focus fire on them. I don't think I'm gonna lose that dragon. It's gonna hurt a little bit. Breath attack there.
Cold-blooded killers. Dreadlord. Battle ready. Merciless warriors, kill them. Following orders.
And that should be army losses. So I need to present a little bit more of a united front in my next battle. That was kind of a little bit sloppy. Took a little bit more unnecessary casualties and damage than I needed to, but yeah, so in terms of my rig, I've got a 3080 i9 9900 KF. It's pretty beastly. It's fun. I was actually really lucky with the whole GPU thing. I know that at this point it's almost impossible to get a GPU, which is frustrating for a lot of you guys, I'm sure, because especially now in quarantine, a lot of you are looking to upgrade your rigs and just play games because there's not a whole lot else to do. But I got mine right before that second wave where everything just got bought up. I didn't get it in the first wave when the 3080 and that entire line was initially announced, which was unfortunate because I wanted it, but I mean, those all got gobbled up by bots immediately, which sucked. I mean, I think if anyone showed up the day of when the 3080 was first went on sale, you went to Best Buy, you went to Amazon, you went anywhere, it was sold out literally instantly. Like, you refreshed the page and it was all gone. And that's because there were bots. They were just buying up all the cards. And like server farms using that for Bitcoin mining and all that. Really lame. So,
More slaves are required.
I got lucky that someone else who already had theirs, they showed up on their list, and then they sent me theirs after I paid them, so.
Make their deaths.
3080 is a beast, but still, Total War is not a well-optimized game, and I still drop below 60 FPS a lot of the time. It's actually pretty goddamn frustrating. Alright, so,
Have them eliminated.
little bit sloppy there for sure. I think we'll take some slaves. Actually, I don't know if I can catch up to
Conquest lies ahead.
Valerial there.
Cruelty
Oh, I
and
can.
Violence.
Alright, if I move a little bit further this way,
Ahead. Dark deeds.
I'm no longer worried about that army. We should be able to do this.
Kill.
I'm actually a little bit nervous to auto-resolve that. Any major balance changes for Norska? No, I don't believe so, Lucas. No, I don't think it's a complete and total balance overhaul. They basically addressed the main things, which were Skaven and Wood Elves. Go figure, when they get their new DLC, they get a lot of overpowered stuff. Yeah, if I auto-resolve this, the dragon will die, so I think we do have to play it. Which is unfortunate, but just quick saving in case it crashes. And it will probably let this second army do the fighting for me. Probably the way to do it.
For Nagaroth.
Alariel actually had the, she had the Sword of Cain. And so the only reason Shakara has the Vortex now, which by the way, I believe I totally forgot to use that last battle. Well, is that Shakara? No, that wasn't Shakara's stack. That's why. I think I would have noticed if there was a big, red sword floating over the top of her head. Yeah, so this army is actually a little bit scary for this one. So we'll keep my dragons together. We'll get them some regen after the fact. She's got sword masters and stuff. So we can maybe do a little bit of skirmishing, but for the most part, I think we'll just kind of lob up with them. Hydra can be with them too. And we'll let the second army handle this, the healthy one. The dragon's gonna chill. Actually, I think everything can chill. Well, look at this. What's going on with this map, man? I have to scale Mount Everest? Disgusting. I don't think I've ever even played on this map before. Alright.
Agreed.
So we got Shakara. We're gonna drop some vortexes on their heads if we can.
Dark Elves.
Black apart.
And we got some burning heads too, which isn't gonna be incredibly useful against the Sword Masters of Hoeth, but see how that goes.
As you say. By your command.
Got a million dark shards, a lot of range firepower here. So I think what we're gonna do is send the dark shards up first, alongside the shades,
Orders understood.
get some more black dragons up, get all the healthy ones together. Charybdis and Hydra can probably chill too.
The merciless host. Without question. Dark Elves. Dark Elves.
And we're gonna try to force them into an engagement maybe with these Reaper Bolt throwers too. If we can get them in a spot where they can actually fire, which is no guarantee, considering how much woods and trees are on the map right now.
Eager for battle.
How's the stream look, guys? I'm watching it on my laptop, but I'm not on 1440p, and I don't know how the frames and everything are holding up. So let me know how that's looking. Hopefully it's smooth. It may be something that I have to tinker with a little bit, change bitrate or something. Unfortunately, I don't know if I can change my bitrate while the stream's happening. That might force a restart of the whole situation, which I certainly don't want to do. So if it's a little bit laggy, my apologies. It'll just be something we practice more and more as we stream more. Coming off our stupid acid reflux problems. Definitely some stutter. Looks pretty good. Sometimes a little laggy. Okay. Bitrate might be a little bit high. Which is so dumb, dude. Because, like, my internet is about as good as it could possibly be. And my computer certainly is.
We are ready.
But, I don't know. YouTube just sometimes doesn't like high-quality streams. So, it's definitely something we'll play with. And it also appears to, yeah, it does appear to be a different thing for different people too. I've had some people say this stream is unwatchable, so laggy, and then others on the exact same stream will say, oh, it looks great. No problems whatsoever. So I think it sometimes just does depend. But obviously we want to find settings that work for as many people as possible, so we will tinker with it when we can. Alright. She has the Sword of Cain, so I'm gonna double fast forward this, and we're gonna probably let her just kind of tank the whole enemy army. Get the infantry up. Get these black dragons a little bit closer for reinforcement style. I am a little bit worried about the Swordmasters of Hoeth, but I think with a couple good dragon breaths shouldn't be too much of an issue. And the Hydra's almost fully healed now. Oh no! Anyways. Nice Shem's burning dick, Alariel. Where you at? Alright, let's try and force an engagement here. Maybe I should do a little bit more with this. Because those silver helms are gonna get very aggressive once they realize how juicy that right flank's looking. Get the two lords together. Ah, there's Sisters of Outlord in the stack too. I didn't realize that. Alright. We're just gonna go spread shot, and once they start getting shot by artillery, they're gonna... Then they'll start doing something.
Going.
I agree. I go.
Maybe they won't. Maybe we are gonna just have to go straight in. Alright, attack with them. Black dragons on the right flank, and monsters push up. Black Orc Corsair is taking some damage for sure. Okay, let's go. In fact, I think I can just... Oh, there's a Reavers? Yeah, let's just go in. Kill them off quick. Move them up on the right flank. And you know what? Let's cast some vortexes, shall we?
We are ready. Carnage awaits. Advancing.
I am destruction.
Wow, she's getting hurt. Okay, we'll pull them back.
Dreadlord, march.
Eager for battle.
Even with that ward save, she's taking some damage for sure.
Dreadlord, striking out.
Alright, get out of there.
Slash. Kill.
Let's get a breath attack on the Swordmasters. Let's get a breath attack on the Shadow Warriors. Let's get a breath attack on the Lothern Sea Guard. And then we can go in.
I am destruction. Dreadlord.
Destroy. Forward.
And that should be pretty quick from there, I think, boys.
Dark shards. Dealers in death. Carnage.
Alright, that was pretty simple, I think. Like, Charybdis is getting murdered by Alariel? What?
Scourge of the West. On the march.
Nagorothy. To destruction. Onward.
Understood.
Cold-blooded killer.
Alright, let's just send everything in now.
Moving out. The merciless host. Dark shards.
I'll just fight.
Slay them.
They're shades, they don't know how to defend themselves in melee. Should be army losses soon, I would think, right?
Red spears. Battle ready.
There we go. Alright, so Alariel in the trash can. Simple enough. And what I think we're going to do now is clean up the rest of those armies in the northern part of Ulthuan. And then we need to do some housekeeping on the economic side. So, at the moment, I only have slaves being funneled into Albion, which is probably not the play at this point. I mean, it's really good to get them fully stacked up, basically. I think their max, in terms of amount of slaves, is 12,000. We will have to...
They belong to me now.
We're gonna have to change that, I think. We're gonna have to send some of the slaves to Karan Kar. There is a really nice unique building in Karan Kar that increases our slave income, I think map-wide, something like that.
Cruel Dreadlord.
Okay, so Alariel just got pooped on. Easy.
Bloodshed becomes me.
I'm not gonna be able to finish that army off, but let's... What if that Krace army is gonna attack Misnar or Torkalui? Let's go... Horse march into Torakare.
Move, you maggots! I march onwards!
Horse march you there, and let's take a look at my economic side of things. So I do have 2 Black Arches kind of accumulating growth right now. We have a little bit of money, so I think maybe we'll upgrade to an enormous Black Arc here. And we just hit level 5 on the Isle of Wights, or rather Conquata. So, this is the unique building you get in the Isle of Wights, or one of them anyway, or Conquata and Isle of Wights. There's actually 2. So, Empowered Ohm Stones, Public Order +9, which is super good. Because if we're funneling all our slaves here, Public Order also becomes a problem. So I think we will upgrade to that in a little bit, but once we have a little bit more money. And this is the other one, the Restored Port of Nagranath. 800 income per turn is pretty bananas. So yeah, 9,000 per turn right now. We're at 75 slaves. We do have 2 masters here with the Sycophantic Schemer. It doesn't seem to actually be doing a whole lot. I think you need a lot more for it to really be noticeable in terms of the impact they make. But that slave decline rate, essentially, you stack up a bunch here, and unless I'm missing something, that should lower the rate you lose your slaves pretty dramatically. So we're only losing 1% per turn, which is good, I guess. We'll maybe play a couple more battles and funnel the rest of the slaves into here, and then once that's pretty much near the cap, we'll start funneling more slaves into Karan Kar, which has almost no slaves here at this point. So maybe we'll just open this up now, and we'll build some slave buildings. So slave pens for sure. Slave pens for sure, and maybe we'll get the, well, I don't know. Is it better to get, well, I assume we want to get both. Income from trade, 3%, and then income from slaves, 5%. What would we drop? I guess we could drop the Shade building if we really wanted to. I think for now we'll build the slave pens, and then you guys can let me know if Black Roads are like super worth it. I haven't played a Dark Elves campaign in quite a while, so my remembrance of exactly the optimal way to build their economy isn't quite there, but feel free to let me know in chat. Alright. In Conquata, we don't need to upgrade to a dragon hatchery. Honestly, every single time you capture a high elf settlement, you get a new black dragon. So, and you get them, you can recruit them wherever, which is obviously much more efficient than having to go all the way back to Conquata to capture it. So, I don't think we need to build that right now. I was just building it for the Hydras, and we will be building stacks of those shortly, I think. Optimal Way is a tier 4 minor settlement. I don't know what that means. Okay. Well, we don't actually have that much money right now, so maybe we'll save. Yeah, Blacklight Tower, Karan Kar, all good there. Finish up Specialist on that side. And Rakarth. So, I didn't show the Lothern Siege because nothing happened, I just auto-resolved it. It was actually pretty easy. Tyrion, Scott, and shoot it all the way over to Elisile, or however the hell you say that. He's moving there now. He's actually going to be a bit of an issue. It's not an amazing stack he has, but he will be able to burn his way through maybe to Tori Res. I don't know if he'll be able to cap it. We're going to build walls there. And and maybe not invest any more in these until we can get an army down here. I think what we'll do is force march one of these stacks down, and then we'll have 2 armies on this side, 2 armies on the eastern side, and
I am beyond defeat.
that should be enough.
Effete weaklings. How I hate them.
Okay, so the Convocation of Hunters. I'm not sure you guys have seen this yet. A dilemma will allow the dispatch of hunters to secure additional units for your monster pens. So, basically we pop this right, and we get more monsters for our instant recruitment, essentially. And it's not just Rakarth himself that gets access to it. It's everybody. So if we pop this right, we'll do it. He'll send his guys out, and then we get a Beastmaster's errand. So we can either get Nagarathi beasts, which will cost a little bit of money, make our right cooldown short. We could go for guaranteed very powerful monsters. Every time I've done this, it has been black dragons, which again is kind of a waste because every time we conquer a high elf settlement we get one. So I would say this one is not worth it if you're fighting with the high elves. Let's do Illustria.
Make it a hunt to remember.
Okay, we got a Stegodon and 4 feral cold ones. Captain, why is everybody trying to kill you, man? Why is everybody being a dick? Why is everybody yelling at you?
Go on.
It is nice. This is gonna be a nice chill stream, boys. Very nice and chill stream until I start losing, and then the rage will come out. We need to finish up our skills, and then I think we'll end turn and see what everybody does. I believe I don't have any more movement points on that side. No, I do not. Yeah, we'll go Route Marcher. We'll go Graded Slaver, and then I think we can end the turn there. So, provincial capital, tier 4 slave building, money building, road.
Slaughter.
Does the road... Do you want to build the road in a minor settlement, or...
We have a visitor.
I mean, I guess it's tier 3, so that's probably the play.
Shall we?
Military alliance. No. So, I want to confederate him at some point. We are trusted friends. We're at public order... Well, not public order. 150 on the diplomacy, and that'll go even higher because I continue to fight the high elves and kill them. So, I am hoping at some point Malekith will lose some armies, and then I'll be able to... Damn it. Will you go away, please? Bunch of dicks.
Feel the power.
We got a K9 assassin here too. Where are you at? Alright, so increasing slave income. So yeah, if you stack up assassins and masters in your home province here, you can be a rich boy pretty quick.
Your provocations.
Dark servant.
Alright. I am going to move
Speak.
Shakara eastwards to deal with Krace.
Enacting my dark desires.
Frankly, I think I can just force march here.
Master of cruelty.
It's not ideal,
Do not cease.
but I'm not really scared of that army at all.
Hateful bidding.
And I'd like to be in reinforcement range as soon as possible, so I'm not going to be able to make it on this turn anyway. So maybe there's no point. Let's just make sure.
Power awaits me.
So we'll force march there. Can I...
By Cain.
Oh. Yeah, well that makes things real easy then.
Bloodshed becomes me. Black arts. I want them dead.
And that is a walled settlement siege, which I really don't want to do right now, so let's continue that.
The weak shall
Maybe
fall.
get battering ram.
Shaiish on you.
You're a music teacher, and people just complain and complain.
Cower before my
And they're, yeah, dude. One thing I've realized over the years is that there are just some parents, and I don't know if it's just parents who are doing it, but there are just some that do not understand that hands-off approaches in terms of interacting with teachers and letting the teachers do their thing is the play. Like, there's just a lot of parents that are just, they get way too handsy, way too attached, way too helicopter dick, and they just make sure they're always hovering over what's going on, and it gets ridiculous. It's not a good look at all. I don't know that I'm ever going to become a parent. I might. I haven't thought that hard about it, but if I do, I am not going to be that kind of dad. I can tell you that right now. It's not a good look.
The people are displeased.
Yeah, okay, so walls should be built before Tyrion gets over there. I don't think I need to send Rakarth to the east. I think that would probably be a waste of his time to chase after him. So what I could do instead is move towards Val's Anvil and Tower of Lycian. The garrison, though, in Lothern is weak right now. And in fact, what I think we need to do... delete that public order building. I'm not too worried about that right now. We'll be sending slaves here for sure. This is probably going to be the next one we invest a lot of time into. I'm doing this in vanilla. You can't play mods in early access. It doesn't work. You end up just crashing all the time, so... This is vanilla Rakarth campaign. So we're going to delete that, and then we'll build walls. So maybe I can't move out yet, because I don't want to have Lothern get dumpstered by some random stat coming in on the flank.
They know I am superior.
Favored of the Witch King.
And I think we need a little bit more replenishment here before we get moving with her.
Delightful screams.
I don't know if Krace has anything over here, so maybe I should just attack this. I think the smarter thing actually is just... Yeah, I'm not super worried about stacks coming in from this side. And there could be something in Shrine of Cain, but I doubt it. Krace is pretty weak. So... I think we can force march here. Maybe we won't force march. We'll just set up right here.
Dreadlord at your command. Merciless one.
What now?
Yeah, we're not going to do a whole lot of recruitment. We don't need it. We don't really need it, so I guess we'll build another road there. Will they ever fix Cold One Knights for the Dark Elves? Did they get beaten by Empire Knights into? Yeah, it's not a good look, man. It doesn't feel great. Cold One Knights in campaign are just not a very good unit. It's unfortunate because they're so badass. They're so cool. Like, it's Raptor Cavalry. It doesn't get a whole lot better than that. So, what I think they need in campaign is a Lord who actually buffs them to a point where they are playable. Where I would want to use them over a Hydra or other tier 3 or tier 4 or even tier 5 units. Malice should have done that. He should have gotten rid of Rampage entirely for every Cold One in his army. Or maybe even faction-wide. Hell, I would have been cool with that. Should have given them a lot more melee attack, just way more buffs to make them viable. They are not a horrendous unit, but they're just not good. They just kind of die to a stiff fart from anybody. So they need more for sure. They need ward saves. They need something to make them more survivable. They need more damage. They need everything. Cavalry on the higher difficulties in Warhammer 2 is just not very good. Which sucks, because Monstrous Cavalry and Heavy Cav is my favorite type of unit archetype, and while it's great in multiplayer, it's just not very viable in campaign. So they need more.
We have lives to end. The Dark Convent.
So if I move them here,
What lies
it'll
ahead?
reinforce, but... Yeah, I'll definitely lose Black Dragons if I auto-resolve that. Ugh. I hate walled sieges. I cannot wait till sieges get reworked, but I think we gotta play it.
I will destroy them.
Sail to Itza, huh? We'll take a look. That could be a viable strat at some point.
Fortune favors the infamous.
I went out drinking for my friend's birthday last night. We went bowling. This was like the first time I've legit done anything in months and months and months. Besides like the occasional dinner with a friend or something. And I had a blast. Bowl America in Sterling was where I was at. And it was freaking packed, dude. Everyone had masks. Everyone was abiding. But bowling is probably not the most COVID safe of events you could go for. But honestly, it's been so long since I did anything like that, I kind of just said, okay, well, I'll wear a mask and have fun with it. Whatever. It's my bud's birthday. We'll do it. And I had a blast. But the whole drinking thing before an embargo drop, probably not the best idea. Let me rephrase that. Definitely not the best idea. I am in pain right now.
Limitless power.
Dealers of death. Bolt throwers.
Have I seen this game in Warp Bomb and Corruption changes, and what do you think of them? I have not. What? Leave it in chat for what the deal is. I don't think I've seen it at all. I will say that sieging Skaven in this game is probably the most cancerous thing you could possibly do. It's not very entertaining. Just get... Honestly, it's not even the Warp Bombs, it's the Warp Lightning. The Warp Lightning from the Warlock Engineers is so brutal. The AI uses that spell way too effectively. It's actually pretty disgusting. Alright, we're gonna say screw it on the siege equipment for now. Just keep the Sisters of Slaughter together on this side. Maybe overload the right flank.
Merciless warriors.
And the bolt throwers can snipe out the tower. Move the Lord up front, so maybe the tower shoots at her instead. And both throwers should be able to kill us pretty quick, so let's just double fast forward this. And then get a bunch of the shades up front to join the party.
Understood. Dark shards.
Bringers of death.
To destruction.
Now the issue is I can't actually move my shades into range without getting shot back, and this is probably the biggest weakness that shades have, is that they're really not actually very good versus high elves, which is kind of who we'll be fighting. So they're super good against lizardmen, they're super good against a lot of factions, but they are not good against the high elves. And they're not terrible, but they're not great, simply because they have 180 range archers and shades only have 130. So obviously with the low armor and the lower range, you can kind of get pooped on by archer spam. Something you gotta be careful, for sure. Get the Black Dragons together. Maybe keep this one just in its own control group. Blackheart Corsairs and Sisters can just go in. And once they're ready to go, we'll move up with the Shades. Start shooting stuff. Also, shooting up on the walls with any kind of crossbow unit in this game is pretty painful. Alright. Let's get the Dark Shards into range. Let's get the Shades into range. And let's just start blasting people. And the Dragons can start moving up as well. Do some breath attacks from up high. That should actually clear this wall up pretty quick.
Cold-blooded killers.
Yeah, I think Dark Shards are probably a with shields certainly are probably a better choice. But Shades are good against everybody else, so. And they can double in melee, which is always nice.
merciless host. Fight Rakira.
Oh no, don't Melkost my sisters to slaughter when they're climbing ladders.
The merciless host. Carnage awaits. It is done. By your command, at once.
Now, I do have to be a little bit worried about that noble, but I don't think it's actually that big a deal. I think if we can just scoot him out here, send in Shakara. Alright, yeah, we gotta be a little bit careful about friendly fire here.
Without question. Without question.
And I think with the dragons, we could probably do most of this work. Yes, free LC drops tomorrow. About, I'd say 22 hours from now, you guys should have it. Make sure we get that Lothran Seaguard for sure. And I think we can send the sisters in. Send the hider to go deal with the gate now. Kind of not really gonna matter, but I think we want to keep Firewall off. Oh, that's gonna be a big one. That's a big daddy right there. Yeah, that did some damage. Alright, let's get some terror outs going.
Visions of destruction. Fury.
I think single entities might be good in Warhammer 2, guys. I think they might be alright. Let's move up shades a little bit further, see if we can get some shots in. And that's gonna be that. Okay. So we've got a firm grasp on Ulth 1 now. We've got the northern part of it almost entirely under our control. We have Lothran, which is kinda when you know that war is on its way to being over. Once you take their capital, their recruitment centers are gone, and it can kind of be a snowball from there. You're asking me if Rakarth's color scheme is good? Well, what do you think? Do you think Dark Elves look good in black? I think the answer is, yes. I think it's kind of hard to argue that they do not look fantastic in black. Okay, so the Shades are having a good time. Yeah, we'll do loot and occupy. It's kind of been the standard go-to. I think we should be at around 82, 83% capacity.
The people
74%. I don't understand. It says it's that 1% popular. And maybe someone can break this down in chat. I don't know how it works, but I have 2 masters who are at, they give me 10% reduction in slave population decline. When I mouse over this, decline per turn 1%. And yet, it's not going down by 1%. It's been, what, 2, max 3 turns since we started this stream? And it was at 82% earlier. It was in the 80s. So it's definitely going down more than it says that it should be, which I don't understand. So maybe someone can break that down. I'm not sure why. But anyway, still, we're good on slaves there. We will keep funneling them there, but I think we need to open it up to other territories as well. Karankar is already built up, so we definitely want to funnel slaves there. And then once Lothern is fully kitted out, has the max level port, we can get more slaves going that way there too. I have not spammed masters yet. Would probably be a good idea to get some more leveled ones for that sycophantic schemer. But for now, I think we've got other things to attend to.
Supreme sorceress of Gron.
So we're gonna get you another black dragon.
You are bound to me.
Did your right cost slaves? I don't think so. Let me see. No, this one did not, and this is the only one I've used. So I'm not sure why that's bleeding slaves so quickly.
Cruel Dreadlord. Yes, a novel prospect.
Okay, so Krace is gonna attack Tori Vress. That's fine. I'm going to continue my pursuit over here. Tyrion, I don't know what where did he go? Where did he go? Okay, Tyrion disappeared. Interesting. So either he's laying an ambush somewhere, or I guess he could be moving north in Fog of War.
We are displeased.
I don't want to invest more in Trilinia because it's probably going to fall pretty soon.
Unrestrained.
I think we'll have to move on Shrine of Cain pretty soon too. And, huh. I don't need to upgrade walls right now. I guess we'll invest one more building in Conquata. So what do I need here? I have not been able to recruit Blackguard yet. It would make some sense to further establish public order in this province, and being able to recruit Blackguard would be nice. We might go Dreadmance. I also don't have Executioners, and Canine Assassins are pretty useful. But I already have a Shrine of Cain built elsewhere, so I think, yeah, we'll go for a Dreadmance here. And then we will focus on Rakarth, who we have not used on stream yet. We need to fix that. Alright, so walls. That is first priority. They won't be able to attack Lothern in one turn from the north. I'm so scared that, like, Tyrion's in ambush somewhere, or, like, standing right there. So, maybe we sit one more turn, just to see where that homie's at. Can I recruit any heroes here? I get a Canine Assassin, I get a Sorceress. Get a Canine Assassin. And start training him up. If he dies, he dies. I'm not really too worried about it.
Dragon Master.
Yeah, so the full list of monsters is Exploding Squig, Giant Wolves, Norskin Mammoth, Feral Mammoth, they're all feral. Feral Stegodon, Feral Carnosaur, Charybdis, Black Dragon, Hydra, Medusa. That's it. I do not believe there are any more. Let's go. Wound on you. I might end up using them as heroes at some point. I quite like Dreaded Slaver. We're gonna stack that up. We'll be fighting a lot of battles with her.
I have brought them ruin.
No Wyvern. There is no wyvern in the beast pens, unfortunately. Oh, this isn't a wait. We are sorry, but the DLC will be delayed. Free LC. I don't know what that means. Okay, this is big, actually, considering how many shades we have in our armies. What I've been trying to get is, I think it's a martial name of power, Shadow Dart. Gives you increased range on all shades, and something else, I think. But basically you stack that with this, and they can get up to, I think, around 215, 220 range. Which is crazy. And that way, you outrange high elves, and that way, their archers are not scary for your lightly armored stuff.
Fell sorcery.
So we're not actually making a ton of money right now. That's only because we have 4 quite powerful stacks. I think we'll swap out Arwinil here. Yeah, I think we'll put. Tell you what, let's go to the Shrine of Cain first. I'm actually cool to leave this stack because it kind of takes up one of their slots, and they end up not doing a whole lot and wasting a lot of time.
Mother of the Dark Convent, sorceress.
We'll have you go to Shrine of Cain. We'll have you garrison and get some more replenishment. God, that is horrible because of inhospitable climate.
What now?
Frankly, I might want to just bail from Tor and Lek and go somewhere else.
Be quick.
In fact, I think that's what I'm gonna do.
Do not cease. Yes.
Because that's gonna just be forever. That's gonna take so long to get fully replenished. Alright. I'm not gonna keep the Sword of Cain for the whole campaign, I think. I just had some big battles to fight with her, so once I get the option to get rid of it, I probably will.
What awaits me? I shall destroy!
And I still don't see Tyrion.
Rakarth is supreme.
So next thing to work on, I still have a lot of shades, so probably not a bad idea to go for a hit and run. Yeah, I don't really have... Oh, income from slaves is super good. That'll be a lot of turns, though. Probably worth it to go for hit and run now, and then I'll go Broken by Lash and Daylight Denied, which is a really brutal name if you think about it. The context of Dark Elf society and slavery. It's a big yikes from me, dog. Ah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, so I don't know that there's gonna be a delay on the DLC. I'd be kind of surprised if they had to. I think we should be expecting a Beastmen DLC sometime in April or May. Obviously it's not a guarantee it will be Beastmen. But every time I see people talk about, like, oh, well, they'll just save them for Game 3, it doesn't make sense to do that. Like, if you logically think about it, it does not make sense to wait for Game 3 for the Beastmen. Because we have a 7 to 9 month gap right now where CA can spend their time working on DLC. We know there's a Lord Pack coming. We know the Wood Elves just got theirs. Why would they not be working on that faction at this point?
Speak with respect, or your corpse will feed my beasts.
Dude, that voice acting is so good. I was actually a little bit hesitant to I mean, I love the actor. I think Ewan Rayon is a really good actor and did a fantastic job as Ramsay Bolton in Game of Thrones, but I wasn't sold on the idea of his voice, but now that I've actually heard a lot of it in Diplomacy, it's pretty solid. Lokir, you want to trade, huh? A little bit upsetty spaghetti that I stole your Confederation options? I get a little bit of money from it.
I strongly suggest you accede.
I could claw wants to trade too. Okay, I'm fine with that. No, there are, I believe there are 6 High Elf Lords. Yeah, and there are now 6 Dark Elf Lords too. Rakarth is the 6th.
The thrill of battle awaits.
So, a lot of people were kind of taking for granted the fact that the Dark Elves would get the next DLC and that they'd be up against the Beastmen. And that's still a possibility, but I think it's not a guarantee at this point, and it's pretty far from one.
We will make that.
It could really be anybody in Game 2 at this point. Any of the base game factions anyway, besides Skaven. High Elves are a possibility, Dark Elves are a possibility, Lizardmen are a possibility. Skaven are a possibility just because CA has a massive Boner Jams 5000 for Skaven. They're not going to be the next DLC. That'd be the biggest troll move in Credo Assembly history. My poor assassin got wrecked. How dare you? I tried my best. My best wasn't good enough. Alright. Walls are about to be finished here. And then we should be able to move on. Garrison is still not fully replenished yet. We're going to go on a rampage with Rakarth in a minute here. We should be able to gobble up all that territory pretty quick. Unfortunately, we just don't know where Tyrion is, so we need to make sure that Lothern is fully set up before we leave, because it could very easily go down to like level 1. If we left, Tyrion came in, jacked Lothern, and then I jacked it back. I think it would go all the way back down to a level 1 settlement, which would suck.
Destruction!
Charybdis, I swear to God, if you die on me in auto-resolve...
Death to all enemies!
Yeah. This goddamn game. There are some monsters that just do not do well in auto-resolve, and Charybdis, Feral Stegodon, and Mammoths are some of them. It also seems like the Beast Pen monsters are maybe even a little bit more susceptible to that as well. Really stupid.
Claim your prize, Druki!
Not the biggest deal in the world, because we can just get a Feral Stegodon back, but...
Obey me or die.
Dumb. Dumb, dumb, dumb.
They know I am superior.
Dude, she's super kitted out right now, man.
Beautiful servant, to be sure.
Look at this. Well, the Terrifying Mask of E is not that great, but Armor of Eternal Servitude, 10% ward save, regen, and I think... Well, hold up. Will that stack with Sword of Cain? For some reason, I was under the impression that Sword of Cain gave regen, but I guess that... I momentarily got confused with just the armor. I mean, regen on a Sword of Cain wielding badass is pretty sexual, I'm not gonna lie. What do we need here? Couching Replenishment would be pretty useful. I probably won't mount her up until I get a Black Dragon. I think we'll go for that.
Master of cruelty!
Yeah, I am honestly a little bit nervous for Monstrous Cavalry in Game 3. Whether they'll be viable in campaign or not, I really don't know. If it's anything like Warhammer 2 and Warhammer 1, they won't necessarily be top tier choices in campaign, which would be pretty disappointing. That'd be, dude, imagine if we finally got Skull Crushers and Mournfangs and Rhinox after all these years waiting, watching, waiting, commiserating, and they ended up just sucking ass and being unusable in campaign. In multiplayer, I'm not too worried about them. I think they'll be solid, because if you can micro cav well, you'll do well either way. It's not really a big deal.
Establish a garrison.
But
Supreme
that's no
sorceress
guarantee in
of
campaign, for sure.
Grand call. Pull back.
Should I just sack this and then just like burn it to the ground? I don't even want it.
Death holds no fear.
We'll just leave and occupy, I guess. Price is gone! Alright, we got a bunch of slaves.
What is your dark purpose?
We're on car up to 8%. 8% slaves now. Upgrade that slave market, and I'm really not at war with anybody up north, so I don't really have to worry too much about walls or anything there. 9,300 per turn in Isle of Wight.
Black-hearted dread.
And finally, a tier 5 Black Arc. Now, this is an element of the campaign that I have never utilized to its fullest potential. I don't know what it is, but I've just never really cared too much about Black Arcs. But I know they're good. Like, I know they can be super useful. I'm not actually sure the optimal way to use them, though. In terms of what units or army comps you want to build. If you just basically spam Black Arc Corsairs and then just have them reinforce when you're near water? Or how that works. I mean, obviously, like with the Soul Brazier and the Kane's Lash and all these bounce spells and support abilities, those are super useful. But at the moment, I think we want to just kind of rest on our laurels a second. Get our total income treasury up, and then we can invest a bit more in our Black Arcs. I just don't care a whole lot about them right now. They'll be tier 5 soon, and then once they're tier 5, I can actually start caring. So, Trilinia, Christ is done. Tori Vress. Now I think I can actually finally start building this thing up. Public order. Yeah, I guess I do need that.
Born to command.
Stick with murder.
And we're starting to make some good cash money, too. Yeah, the Doomstack thing has always been a very interesting one to me. The great thing about a game like this is you can play it however the hell you want, whenever you want, whatever approach you want. So if you want to go full Doomstack every single time you play, awesome. Great. The only issue I have is when comments or someone in chat, which it happens very, very rarely, but someone comes in and goes like, oh my god, you retard, why haven't you built the exact optimal army for your stacks? Like, bruh. I don't want to bring 20 Black Dragons in all of my stacks. Like that, in my opinion, can get boring. It can be fun. It can be a blast. I have no problem with doom stacking, but I want to have some variety. And so I'm not going to approach every single campaign the same way. And as you guys well know, I have never been a min-maxer in campaign. I wouldn't say I roleplay, but I definitely go for more like thematic style armies. I tend not to power spam too much. It depends, I guess. I mean, you could definitely argue, like, the one Rakarth is using right now, I wouldn't call this like a legit doom stack, but it's very powerful, obviously. Like, it's a full stack of shades and black dragons and monsters and stuff. In this case, it's thematic, though. I mean, you want to be, one, you get the shade building early in Conquata, so recruiting from there makes sense, but yeah, we have like a big selection of monsters to choose from, and we'll to unleash them in a second here. So I think now, yeah, I don't think Tyrion would be able to jack this. So Vol's Anvil is probably a bit scarier. Oh wait, hold up, we got a stack coming in.
Ridiculous.
Gilgalion, what's he gonna do?
Futile.
Really, what I should do once I have a little bit more money is just build a 5th army and get one down here ASAP. But I think we'll sack Tower of Lycian and see what the High Elves do. So we do have some stacks coming in.
You are unworthy of
Our economy is gonna pop off here though, because now that we've killed most of their legit stacks, we can kind of just roll and see. As soon as I took Tower of Lycian, another Black Dragon, that can be recruited for any of my armies. As long as I think I'm not in enemy territory, I can have it. So, I mean, that's just, like, why even recruit Black Dragon buildings? Why even recruit Black Dragons at all? I can just summon them into my armies at any point. It's very strong.
Dominating.
Well, my money's on Beastmen, my dude. It's Beastmen for something. I don't know what they'll be against, but yeah, it's like 98% gonna be Beastmen. And if it's not, and Beastman doesn't get any love in game 2, then then there will be, I think, a lot of backlash, and rightly so. Like, I know it's funny to meme on the Cloven ones, and that they were always the red-headed stepchildren of Games Workshop, but at this point, like, leaving them in their state, the state they've been in for so long, if they don't do a Lord Pack before Warhammer 2 is done and Warhammer 3 comes out for them, then they have screwed up royally, in my opinion. I don't think that's gonna happen though. So I mean, I do fully expect either Torox or Moonclaw pretty soon. April or May.
Bloodshed becomes me. Your
Alright, so
desire-
Shrine of Cain is built up. I think I could actually... Can you take Toralek from me? Actually, yeah, he's gonna take it.
Far beneath an archmage.
Not that I particularly care. It's not a very good settlement for the Dark Elves. Or at least not this Dark Elf. It's inhospitable. I think there are some Dark Elves that this is fine for. But I am not currently using a Lord that likes that climate.
Mathlan sends a tempest.
Yeah, public order is still a little bit of an issue here, and this increases income from all buildings, so yeah, let's do that immediately. That's gonna be actually disgusting. I actually don't know that I remember that that was a thing. Income from all buildings in the province? Yeah, I probably should have built that earlier. I think I missed that. I think I read all the other lines except that one. Yeah, it's really goddamn strong. Oh my god. I don't know if that's gonna stack with slaves. We'll see. But either way, that should be quite smexual. We'll build up growth here.
Cruelty and violence.
That casualty replenishment's taking forever. Hurry it up! Not for that yet.
Dreadlord.
We'll wait one more turn for a little bit more replenishment, and let's see if the High Elves get a bit more aggressive here. I mean, they are running out of steam for sure. I don't know where we should go next. I think I'll leave that up to you guys. Once I have the donut under my control, which I can't guarantee will be in this play session, we'll see. But, what's my next target? Where should I be moving to? Marienburg and the Empire might be fun. Because that's not something I think I've ever done in a Dark Elf playthrough, is go straight for the Empire. But I'm open to suggestions.
Feared warrior.
Beastman vs. Norsko would be nice. There's Tyrion. And he's fully recruited now, too. Okay, so we will retreat, for sure. We got plenty of stacks to worry about now.
Absolutely not. Tamer of dragons. To your dens.
So once they separate a little bit, I think Tyrion will probably take Angiriel, and then I think we might have enough movement range next turn to just jump straight from Lothern to take it. So if he moves into that city, he might die.
Dark Lord.
And he might think he's powerful enough to take that fight.
Death walks. Peerless.
Yeah, we're getting no casualty replenishment.
Feel my power.
I don't need either of the. We can maybe recruit a master. Receptive. Well, we're not going to really be using him in battle, but maybe at some point we will. So, Perceptive doesn't seem that great to me. Yes, I guess we'll go for that.
A brief interlude. Sorry excuses for elves.
Sorceress of the Dark Convent. Dark and noble warrior. Favored of the Witch King.
Beasts.
So I think the thing that's going to be really exciting for Rakarth, though, is when we get to this stage, right around, well, right around here, frankly. Once we get to the back end of the red skill tree, the Hydras and Charybdis, with all his unique stuff, the breeding program, which we've not gotten to see yet in action, we'll show that soon. The Frost Breaths for Charybdis are actually insane. Gives them the Chilla Centaur breath attack, which is very, very good. And then we get to Steel Will, stops Rampage passively, and then confer Bloodlust for War Hydras, Charybdis, Black Dragons. Yeah, all that stacked up with his unique bonuses, which are, well, upkeep reduction, and I believe that +8 melee defense for all monsters in his armies. And then the other buffs he can give them in battle, like, it just gets...
Not possible.
He is definitely a super goddamn good Doomstack type of lord.
I can bend you to my will, as I can any creature.
So it says I'm actually stronger than him. I'm strength rank 1, but balance bar is like dead even between us, which is interesting. I don't think I'm gonna be able to confederate Malekith anytime soon.
Suggest you accede to any.
Draw your blades, we fight!
Well, you just signed your own death warrant, my guy.
Death and carnage await!
But that's actually kind of a legit stack. Silver and guard stacks are actually not that easy to kill. You can't really shoot them. I mean, you can, you just don't do a lot of damage. Silver missile block chance is a serious problem. We got white lions in there. Silver and guard actually hit pretty hard too. Almost 40 melee attack, 52 melee defense. That might not be the easiest thing in the world to kill.
Slaughter calls us!
Alright. So, people usually just end up using the black arc right on cooldown, right? Like every time it comes up, they just get another black arc, right? I really have not utilized them very well. Okay, so I can move in and attack, but it would be a pretty bad idea at this point, actually. I could try to bait some sort of ambush here. Doesn't seem like the worst idea. But there are a lot of stacks around, and Tyrion's stack might even be more powerful than this one. So I definitely need to get some more homies down this way. Which, thankfully, we have one. Shakara needs to force march and just get over here. Oh my god damn you game, like... Oh, pathfinding in Warhammer 2. Can someone explain to me? Can someone explain to me the pathfinding logic? You know, I don't even, no, you know, I don't want an explanation. I really don't. Okay, well, we lost a turn of movement there. Whatever. Not the biggest deal in the world, but... What are you doing? Is there an army there or something? That's like... Weird. You know what? That's probably what it is. There's probably some stack there that is blocking my movement, and it wanted me to go around. We'll see in a second. I could be wrong.
Dreadlord, at your command. Dark power.
Yeah, anything to do with these kind of pathways, like right here, super obnoxious. If you click on the other side of it, half the time they'll just go sailing around the world. Could use a bit of updating on the logic front there, but whatever works, I guess. Oh, she sacked it and then moved away on the same turn. Is that even a thing?
Powerful enchantress.
I don't really care about Toran like at all. In fact, yeah, I'm not gonna rebuild that.
Feel my power.
What I might do is just continue my rampage forth.
Weaklings. How I hate them. Setting forth.
Do I get any decent? No, they don't even have encampment stance. I forgot about that.
King Entertainment.
Or Draenor. Okay, yeah, we'll go there. Black dragons are a little bit low, but at the end of the day, if they die, again, not a big deal.
Speak.
You definitely need to start moving.
Vicious
So you are
warrior.
fully kitted out now. What we could do is actually take Phoenix Gate and start traversing the inner side of the donut.
Bloodshed becomes me.
So I think we'll attack the gate there and try to bust through. Doing decently on the economic side of things now. Making 5,000 a turn or so. Don't need to upgrade Dreadmance at the moment. And that will finish up in 3 turns. Ditching Twitch? I think I've streamed on Twitch like 3 times in my life, dude. YouTube is the play for me, because I can just make it a VOD and upload it immediately. Like, it's so easy. It's all just kind of built in together. Very convenient.
Dominating.
Cease your provocation.
Born to command. A legend among
Yeah, I cannot get aggressive on Inguriel. I think I will move right here. Move into ambush stance and see if I can snipe out a stack.
Noble blood.
Bastard Rookie.
There we go. Well, you know what? Literally, if I auto-resolve this, I will probably lose a monster. Oh, let's fight a battle. This is the kind of one that's like, it's so lopsided that an auto-resolve should work, but I would not be surprised if my Stegodon or Mammoth died if I did it. DK Legend 11, $5 donation. Thank you very much, my friend. Did you see the new patch notes? If so, what are your thoughts? I think overall really good changes. Did they announce patch notes today? I have access to them. I have read through them. I don't remember all of the changes. Overall, at least in terms of the multiplayer balance side of things, I'm pretty happy with it. I mean, the Wood Elves and Skaven both had some pretty busted stuff after DLC came out. In particular, Poison Wind Mortars have been kind of an issue for a while. They needed a nerf. Brood Horrors and Throt the Unclean, both pretty OP, honestly.
Fortune favors the infamous.
Their mass was way too high, and Throt's melee defense was stupid. Like, here's the thing, and this is one thing that I really don't like about Creative Assembly's approach to balance, is they will have an archetype, right, that says, like, okay, monsters lose the stats of the base lord. The reason monsters are so powerful is that they're single entities, they heal more efficiently, they cause terror, they hit really hard, they've got more mobility, blah, 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 blah. They have all these good things, right? And so they'll have this archetype or this basic blueprint that says, yo, a lord is supposed to look like X. So for example, Rakarth is buffed up right now, but generally on a black dragon, he's going to have lower melee defense, lower melee attack than that in the base game. It's going to be more like 55-45, because that's the stat line of black dragons. That's the blueprint that CA has gone for. But often, very often, when they come out with a new lord, they introduce a new blueprint that completely dispels all the balance work they've done before. So Throt the Unclean fell into that category. He had stupid high melee defense for no reason. You are supposed to give up some of your melee stats for higher weapon strength, terror, better killing potential, all that stuff. With Throt, they were just like, we'll just give him a million melee defense for no real reason. And it kind of makes for...
Fortune favors the infamous.
Well, I mean, let's call it what it is. It's power creep, and there's an element of pay to win to it. That's the part I don't like. I think they do a great job with the updates. I think they do a great job with the DLCs and the free LCs. Rakarth is... I've really enjoyed this campaign so far. It's really fun. But yeah, there are elements of their balancing that don't make sense to me, where they kind of just go too far overboard with stuff, where it's like... You kind of wonder, is that actually purposeful? And I think the answer is probably yeah. It probably is. Alright, so there are a million High Elf Spears to deal with here. We can just Monster Mash. They don't have a ton of ranged firepower. Tie Guy with the $3. Do you think Rakarth is busted or balanced? You mean in campaign or multiplayer? Being busted in campaign isn't really that big a deal. I mean, he's definitely not like Ikit Claw busted. Not even close. In terms of multiplayer, I think he's gonna be an okay Lord, but I seriously doubt that he ends up replacing Malekith, Marathi, the meta people. He does have a unique niche as a really strong anti-monster duelist though, which the Dark Elves don't have a lot of. You just don't see them use Black Dragons a lot anymore. Okay, let's focus on the battle here.
Dark Elves. Shades.
I think we'll just get all the monster mashing together. Yeah, another Black Dragon on this side. This thing will blast them. And hell, we could maybe get some kind of... We can't really do Amber Spear anymore, can we? Because she's on a Dark Pegasus. That's unfortunate. We can still Flock of Doom and Transformation of Kadon, though. Might be better to have her on this side to tie down those archers. Alright. Thank you for the donation, guys. Much appreciated.
To destruction.
And not a big deal, however you guys want to approach it, but just a quick reminder for those of you who maybe were considering, and obviously no obligation there whatsoever. We're doing this for fun. But if you do want to donate, through the PayPal link is generally better, because Super Chat takes a... Well, YouTube takes a 35% cut from any Super Chat, so through the Streamlabs PayPal link is generally a better way to donate, and it'll still show up on stream too. But however you want to do that, do it, my dude. No skin off my back whatsoever. Alright, we got some Illyrian Reavers coming in. They want to murder me. Get a Transformation of Kadon here. Get a Birth Attack going. Oh yeah. Oh, that's gonna be absolutely freaking glorious. Ah, that is obnoxiously loud. When did they get so loud? Making a little bit more skirmish fire than I would probably like. Okay, let's give you the Lash. Where is Rakarth? Yeah, come on back. Dive into the rear. Oh. They'll be able to tank this charge anyway, but... Come on, one volley, one volley! Wow, that was lame, boys. That was lame.
Kill everything for the king.
Darkness comes.
Rise for combat.
Rakarth is just beasting on people right now. Should be terror routes imminent. Look at that mammoth going to work. Yeah, he stepped on a Lego. Oh, look at that noxious breath. Oh, it feels good. It feels so good to be back. Tyrion, you done messed up, my dude. I guess I should play this out. Because the army is not stuck in a fortress, so they have places to go. They can run away. And keep some of their models if we don't run them down. That is probably what my armies are lacking right now. I don't have good chasing tools. Dragons are not good for running down routing troops at all. Not even a little bit. It did not come out, my friend. This is early access by a whole 24 hours. You're getting it tomorrow. So you guys have asked me what campaign I want to play. I don't think I've asked you what campaign you want me to play when Warhammer 3 comes out first. What stream do you think I should be tackling first? I mean, obviously, I think a lot of it will depend on what other people are doing. The issue with a free LC embargo like the one we have here is that everybody is going to be streaming or posting videos for it all at the same time. which is unfortunate because that does not help views at all. Not ideal. But cannot wait to see Cathay's full roster. And that's probably the thing that has me most hype is, obviously I'm super hyped for the game itself, right? Like, tons of content there, awesome. But the marketing spiel that Creative Assembly does for each of these releases is so much goddamn fun. It really is. It really generates hype so nicely. We get that nice, long, slow build-up. The faction reveals, the trailers for each of the rosters. It's just so much fun to be a part of. That was probably my favorite part of Warhammer 2, honestly.
Feast, my creatures. Feast.
Was just being part of that. Well, I wasn't part of the marketing push in terms of like being an element of CA, but like I want to be a part of the marketing spiel anyway, just because I'm hyped for the game and I'm excited for it, and I like covering things I'm excited about, which makes sense, right? But those faction reveal trailers are so cool. When we finally get Ogre Kingdoms, Chaos Horse, Cathay, one for each of those are going to be just unbelievable hype city. Well, it's kind of hard to know that Cathay is so boring when we don't even know what their roster looks like yet, so I would say no, probably not that boring. I mean, they've got celestial dragons and terracotta automatons and all that. Like, I think they could be pretty cool. We'll see. Do I have any hope of winning this fight? I think I don't. Maybe it's worth fighting, because I've got the Cold One Knights, but they'll probably lose the Silver Helms, and I have Black Guard.
We will make them bleed.
Maybe we have a chance. We'll try it out. I think we'd all really like to know what the pre-order race is, my dude. Alright, is this winnable? I think the answer is negative, Ghost Rider. But where would we hold? Probably over on this side to break up some of their line of sight with their archers, right?
Red spears.
Battle ready! Black guards! Cold-blooded killers!
I'm gonna just keep this super compact.
Dark elves!
They don't have any. They do have spells, don't they? It's Flock of Doom and Weissen's Wild Form. Okay, so I might need to
Black guards!
get out of the blob a little bit.
Druki! Dark shards! We are ready!
Alright, let's give it a shot. You need to get the hell over here.
Eager for battle! Black guards!
It'll pretty much be up to Cold One Knights, which, when your battle hinges on how good Cold One Knights are doing, you're probably not in great shape. I just can't see them doing particularly well against these Silver Helms. But if we can defend the shrine, that would be nice. Let's maybe move a little bit further this way.
Moving out.
Then my Cold One Knights be right here.
Onwards to murder.
And see what they do. Well, hell, if you want to waste all your ammo shooting into my shielded warriors, that's cool. I think we will move the Dark Shards up. AI likes to get in range of my archers quite frequently, so if they want to sit there and get blown up, I'm all for it. Oh, Shadow Warriors are a better option to shoot right now. And let's move up some shield troops.
Forward to destruction. Druki.
So, I'm not actually going to send my Cold One Knights after them, because I won't catch them. They're actually pretty slow. And I'd rather they just sit in the fire arc and get exploded. Unfortunately, my Black Guard are... Wow, they're taking a lot of damage there. Pull them back. Yep, sit in the pocket and die. I'm cool with it. Yeah, I don't think we're going to win this. You can do some damage, though. Wow, literally killed my Lord. That is one element of armor in this game that I don't really love. A lot of the times it doesn't really have the impact you would wish that it would. Shadow Warriors don't have a great AP split. And they're still kind of wrecking my Black Guard, actually. They'll cost that all day, baby. Oh yeah. Yeah, the Dark Shards are good. Dark Shards are definitely good. Yeah, Shadow Warrior, dude, the full Alathanard stacks are so obnoxious to fight against. Thankfully, that's not what we're dealing with here, only 2 units, but they're still messing me up pretty bad, man. A 24 missile strength is no joke. Frankly, I probably should just retreat to the woods at this point.
My blade hungers.
Although, yeah, they're gonna be out of ammo soon.
Onward for the king to destruction. Dealers in death.
Yeah, it's brutal.
We are ready. Going forward. Carnage awaits. Terror and death. Onwards to murder. Advance.
All right, Silver Helms, come on in.
Bleak swords. For the king.
Total War Knights and Black Guard should be able to deal with that.
Moving out.
And the Eagle's coming now too,
Going. Murder
which is a
awaits.
problem.
Black guards.
All right, let's fight this now.
Advancing.
Let's just take that fight.
Make them bleed. Destroy. Carnage awaits. Slay them. We understand. Murder awaits.
Hold in the center,
Druki.
and I guess we'll shoot some Silver and Guard. Who the hell cares?
Battle ready.
We're not gonna win.
Merciless warriors. Druki.
That's a good engagement on the Silver Helms, though.
Dark hell.
Dude, look at the Cold One Knights. Oh, no, never mind. I thought they were already half HP. I was like, there's no way.
Destruction. Suffering for all.
Keep the Cold Ones on them.
Dark shards.
Might have to pull our Dark Shards back here.
Onward. Onward to destruction.
Go in.
Slaughter them.
Man, I got a rear charge on them and everything.
To destruction.
Alright, let's go.
In death.
No, I misclicked. I misclicked.
Druki, forward. Onward. Forward.
The Black Guard to engage Silver Guard, then hopefully be able to turn their flank and start shooting them from behind.
By Cain.
Yeah, we'll just get a charge on them.
Murder awaits. Attack. It is done. The merciless hosts. Die, weaklings. Black guards.
With a bit more camping and impeccable play here, this would maybe actually be winnable, maybe.
Battle calls.
I don't think we've got much of a chance right now.
No mercy. Dark shards.
Yeah, that focus fire is just hurting so bad.
Rothy.
We've got some good engagements for sure.
Druki. Dread spears. It is done.
Need to save my ammo.
Terror and
Turn
death.
fire will off for them because I will need every drop of it.
Battle ready. Forward. Slay them.
Uh-oh.
We are ready. Dark shards.
You better shoot those Silver Helms immediately. Guard mode on.
Black guards. Forward.
Ah, the Silver Helms came back again.
Killers. No mercy. Advancing.
I cannot believe how slow Cold One Knights are.
Advance, Druki.
Alright, Delta Split here. Rear charge should finally be enough, I would think, right?
Destroy. The merciless host. Murder awaits. On to slaughter.
Get them out of range, and then we'll go around. But yeah, we're slipping.
Swords.
It's slipping, boys.
Ones. Kill everything
You're running into melee with me. Oh my god, with Shadow Warriors. And I can't fight you. Yeah, Master Round's about to kick in. Just do as much damage as we can here.
The merciless host. Cold ones. To destruction. Black guards.
Nice little rear charge, and that was fine. Could have been maybe a little bit better, but I don't think I played that too bad. I think probably the legit way to handle that is literally just sit all the way back here. But that could get a little bit boring. I'm not too worried about that province anyway. We'll get it back. Haven't played Dark Elves before, so I can't recommend who to pick, although I think Loki you're working with Rakarth would be hilarious. One thing I've not really figured out yet, I learned, God, what was his name? There's another Australian, small YouTuber. Damn it, I'm totally gonna forget. He did a Confederate Malekith on turn 2 guide for Malice Darkblade. That's really fun. But other than that, and that might have just been on that patch. I'm not even sure you can do it anymore. I've found that confederating other Dark Elf factions isn't the easiest thing in the world. Because they tend to get pretty strong. Like, Malekith will always confederate Marathi first. And then you gotta wait a pretty long time before you're able to confederate again. And obviously I'm not gonna see Malice Darkblade anytime soon. Like, he's on the other side of the world. So, there's actually a lot of Dark Elf factions that I don't have access to at the moment in terms of confederation. No, not Major. Small YouTuber. Major Kill's not small. And also, I don't think Major Kill plays much Warhammer 2 campaign. Or does confederation guides. We are not gonna keep this. Definitely not. I don't need the upkeep or public order problems. So, I think we can return that now. We had our fun with it. Maybe a little bit boring, but I'd rather not have map-wide public order issues, you know? Okay, so we lost a shrine. Which is lame, dude.
Bow before Rakarth.
We could do a big battle here.
Unwise.
Submit to
I think that's unwise, huh?
Master of all.
Well, I'm definitely auto-resolving that. I'm actually kind of surprised. I'm definitely going to lose monsters here. I think the Charybdis is probably dead. Then is it worth it? God, I so like auto-resolving when the balance bar is so far in my favor. And yet I know it's going to put all the damage on that Charybdis. Well,
There shall be torment.
tell you what, let's fight it
Fail me and face the lash.
and see how it goes. We've still got a video we got to work on today as well, so we'll see how this battle plays out. Yeah, like that auto-resolve bar is really nice to me, and yet I know my monsters would die. Okay, so best way to approach this, I think. I don't remember them having a lot of firepower in their army. I think it was mostly Silver and Guard. So we'll do the Monster Mash in the center. It was a Monster Mash, it was a Dark Elf Smash. We'll have Rakarth and a Black Dragon on one side. You on the other. I really need to get a different lore of magic, man. The Amber Wizard is just not the play. She's just not very good compared to Shadows, compared to Death, compared to pretty much anything. But you start with an Amber Wizard, so she's the one that... by the way, that's an awesome name. Boudica Soulblaze, that's sick. I don't think... Honestly, I think a lot of people would probably just disband her pretty soon. pretty early after the start.
Dark Elves.
Kind of a shame that Amber Magic is so terrible in campaign.
Shades.
Alright. Give this one a shot.
Cold-blooded killers.
Roll up on their flank with some Vanguard troops.
Nagarothi.
They do have War Lions, and they do have Great Eagles, both of which I do have to worry about a little bit. The Eagles are super obnoxious because you can't shoot them. And they just kind of run into you. But we have flyers, so
Dominate.
I'm not as worried about them this time.
Advance, Spooky.
Skirmish mode off.
Shades to destruction.
This battle probably is going to hurt a little bit. These kind of monster stacks is kind of where you wish you had Invocation of Heck. Some AoE heals would be real nice. And frankly, once we get a little bit further into the campaign, I think going for like full Hydras would probably be the play. Like the Mammoths and stuff are nice, but they're just simply not on the level. They don't have the breath attacks. They don't have the regen. They don't have that kind of fire and forget mentality. Because they're still squishy. I mean, he's got 30 armor and no regen, so that's a bit of an issue.
Shades. On to slaughter. Seeking.
Oh, the monster death ball is always real, baby. That's how we do it.
We are ready.
Okay, here they come. Big ol' stack. The War Lions are something I definitely have to worry about. Let's get the monsters out front
Shades.
and
Battle ready.
give them a volley.
With me, creatures.
Oh, that's gonna hurt. Oh, that's gonna hurt them.
Forward!
They have magic resist, so Flock of Doom maybe not totally worth, but
Eager for battle.
oh, here come the War Lions. Just start mowing down those Silver Guard. Have you go kill the Great Eagle.
Prepare yourselves, beasts.
Alright, Rakarth should come on over. Another Manticore in there.
Rakarth. Immediately.
That is just obnoxiously loud.
Shades. Orders understood.
I'm gonna pull the Charybdis and the Hydra out, try to set up a breath attack here. Oh, the Lions got in.
Suffering.
Lions all got in.
On to battle!
Suffering for all. I shall prevail.
Actually, just fight them. Just fight them. Yeah, we got the stats that we can literally just fight them.
On to slaughter.
Got a nice little breath attack in right here.
Ready! Aria!
Definitely big breath attack. Right, that's gonna do some serious damage if she actually does it.
It is done.
Yeah, Charybdis is taking some damage for sure. Although Silver and Guard hurt a lot.
Death is coming.
Hydra, protect that flank for me. Send the Black Dragon back too.
Taking ground.
Rakarth, where you at?
Rakarth.
Let's get the rampage stopped on some of these troops. One over here.
Beastmaster.
Let's give you the lash. And Rakarth, start killing Gilga Lion for me, please.
Die! Nagarothi. Shades.
Ouch.
Battle ready. Nagarothi. Terror and death. Shades. Moving out. To destruction. All worship Rakarth.
Actually, let's just do that. Get on top of the range troops, and that'll be a mass rout. Took a little bit too much damage on the Shade's Greatswords there. Got caught out by the War Lions. Oh, definitely don't friendly fire your stuff. Careful, careful, careful. Alright, we're good. You can finish that. Let's take a look at Brachus himself. Oh, I just munched him. Yeah, he looks like a black dragon. You'll be seeing him in multiplayer action within the next 4 or 5 hours, I think. Yeah, when he's up to 900 weapon strength, man, like, he will literally just poop on a Shaggoth. It's very, very satisfying to watch. So, Charybdis does not... Generic Charybdis does not have breath attacks, no. The only reason that he has them here is because of the breeding program Rakarth special ability from his own skill tree. It gives the Charybdis the Frost Breath from the Chill of Sontar, and it gives Hydra's Abyssal Howl the -8 leadership penalty from the Charybdis. So basically, both monsters become kind of like the other one, which is cool. I mean, the Charybdis doesn't have the regen, so overall I'd say the Hydra is still probably better. But the Charybdis is definitely a powerful monster, and the breath attack for it is better than the base Hydra breath attack, which is why it's still useful. Nick G with the 10, love your content, keep it up. 2-prong question if you're up for it. When do you think we'll get news on the next DLC, and 2, who do you think the 2 will be? So I think we will get news for it probably sometime in April. I do not see us getting the DLC until late April or May. I think realistically, like maybe midway through May, probably the most logical approach if you're Creative Assembly. It kind of works with the timeline we know about DLC anyway. And then my bet right now, well, I hate it, and I've talked about it, but the whole like game 2 versus game 1 thing, like don't do a game 2 race right now. Like it's literally pointless. They've literally Skaven, Dark Elves, High Elves, Lizardmen. They all have tons of lords. They all have tons of mechanics. They don't need more lords right now. They really don't. But because Creative Assembly has outright stated on stream, they prefer to have a game 2 faction in their lord packs. Well, then I think it's safe to assume that there will be one. And that means it's either Lizardmen or High Elves, probably. Because we got the Rakarth DLC to get Dark Elves up to 6, I'd be kind of surprised if we got them. So realistically, I think it'll be either Beastmen vs Lizardmen or Beastmen vs High Elves. And of the 2, I think Lizardmen are a better choice. So Troglodon, maybe Arcanodon, maybe Thunder Lizard. Definitely Troglodon, that would be like the headlining unit for the Lizardman side. And then it would probably be Oxyotl and the, well, it could be Oxyotl or Teto Echo, the Chief Astromancer, the Skink Priest. But of the 2, I think Oxyotl offers more. A lot of people think he'll match up against Demons in Game 3, because that's his lore. But, again, I think doing Game 2 Lord Packs in Game 3 would probably not be the best idea, considering how many Lord Packs they've all already gotten. Do Game 1 versus Game 1, man. If I had if I ran the world, I would force CA to do Beastmen versus Chaos, or Beastmen versus Dwarfs, or Beastmen versus Vampire Counts. It'd be one of those 3 probably, or Norska. I'd be down with Norska too.
Beasts.
Oh, look at that regen. Oh, feels so good. So my only thought about May isn't that when Grace said we would have more news about Warhammer 3. Well, yeah, but it doesn't preclude. I mean, it could come in April, 100%. But yeah, just having news, they don't do only one thing a month, right? Like, we got Three Kingdom stuff this month, and then we got the free LC for Warhammer 2.
Moving.
What was here? Seriously, what was right there? Was that Tyrion stack? Blocking my... It had to have been, but I don't feel like he was there.
For Kara and Khan.
Alright. So, again, if you're just joining now, if you want to take a quick look at his skill tree, free range, breeding program, switches up Charybdis and Hydra so that they both do each of the things, which is really nice. Abyssal Howl and Frost Breath. RP Claws, Scourge Runners are a great multiplayer unit, even though I kind of hate them. I don't feel like I do particularly well with them, but I've seen them used to devastating effect. But you don't use them in campaign. Like, I don't know why anyone would ever use them. They're not good at killing infantry, and killing monsters is something they do kind of slowly. So, like, a Doom stack with Scourge Runners would be terrible. But Reaper Bolt Throwers are good. And then Pack Hunters, but again, I'm not going to be recruiting Dread Knights or Cold One Knights, so I think that's a waste. Even though a stock for them would be pretty awesome. That's something that Malice Darkblade should probably have. Ambush Chance, Beast, ooh. Extra charge bonus for all that? I don't feel like that's... I think we should start working on the red tree, right? Although right now, I think investing in Shades is probably the better call. Melee defense, missile strength, and charge bonus. Yeah. We'll go raid leader. And then once we get more Hydras and Charybdis, we can worry about some of those others. So we might get 2 teams here. That's a possibility, considering that our monsters are kind of beat up. We'll see what they decide to do.
They bow only to Rakarth.
But thank you for the donation, Nick. Much appreciated, man. Let's go for... I don't really want any of it. I would say Amber Spear, but she's on horseback, or she's flying, so Amber Spear is only effective when you're on horseback or foot, because it'll go through the formations. If you're up above, it'll just kind of dive right into the unit and hit the ground, so not very useful from that standpoint. I think we'll just go, like, I don't know, Black Army, who cares? No matter at that point, she's pretty much fully kitted out. We can lay siege to the Phoenix Gate.
This is absurd.
Maybe we should kill this army off first, though.
Death to all enemies.
Wow, a lot of damage taken there.
More
That's
slaves are
obnoxious.
required. What lies ahead? Dreadlord, at your command.
Starty, may their deaths be slow. Take what little they have. Supreme Sorceress of Grond.
Dude, Beastmen vs. Chaos would be the freaking dream.
Untouchable, undefeatable.
At this point, Chaos is maybe a little bit silly to do just because we know Warhammer 3 is coming this year, finally. Something like Valkia the Bloody versus Torox the Brass Bull. Fighting for Khorne's favor would be so sick.
Hateful bidding.
Alright, is it worth...
Dragon Master.
Yeah, I think we can get those buildings up now.
A beautiful servant, to be sure.
Yeah, I think the next time there's an embargo drop for new content where it's only the one faction, we'll probably hold off and do a later stream in the day. I think doing it when literally everyone else is streaming at the exact same time was probably not the play.
Fortune favors the infamous.
But I'm having fun. Hope you guys are as well, too. We've got a lot of armies moving on Port Elistor, and we got a donation that was not through Super Chat, so let me pull that up real quick. And I think what we need to do now is just crump Illyrion, crump Alistair the White Lion, and then make a push towards Vol's Anvil. Once Vol's Anvil falls and Tor Anrock falls, those are the 2 most important settlements. I think their recruitment centers are gone, and this war is basically just cleanup duty at that point. I'm going to get a teeny bit more money before I fully commit to a 5th army. But we can definitely upgrade our Black Arch now.
Dreadlord of Nagara.
And we'll start using those pretty soon. I missed one earlier. Red Leg 36 FA. What the? Damn. Red Leg, I hope you're still here, man. My apologies. I don't know how I missed that. Great content. Always enjoy your videos and wit. Thank you very much, my friend. Much appreciated. I hope I don't get a comment later in the day saying like, you missed my donation. I didn't. Well, I did, but I caught it now. Thank you, man. $100. Thank you so much. Really kind and gracious of you, my friend. And Cynical with the 5. Finally caught a stream while it's live. Thanks for all the great content, brother. Yeah, so... Wait, I think we... Oh, no, that's from previous one. Yeah, I might have been in a battle or something, so apologies for missing that when it happened, but... Much appreciated, my guy. I'll probably pin a comment or something letting you know that I did see it if you're still around. Alright.
Shall behold my greatness. Submit to me.
What do we do here, boys? I didn't actually look at chat. I'm kind of an idiot. I didn't look at chat when you guys said where you wanted me to go next after Ulthuan. I am a little bit sad that I feel so... like I must fight the High Elves. I kind of wish that wasn't the case. You think Marienburg might be the play? Let me take a look over here. Marienburg is under control of the Empire. It's not far away from Albion. It's actually a hop, skip, and a jump over there.
Cease your provocation.
Yeah, I think Marienburg might be the play, unless you guys have a better alternative for me. That'll make us some money, and it's all... I think that's all hospitable climate. Yeah, that's all suitable. That and Corone both could make me some serious cash. Maybe that's the next step.
Witness my strength, Brachus.
Late game elves are always annoying to deal with in general. My goddamn canine assassin keeps getting murdered. Literally the worst assassin ever. I definitely need to start stacking up a lot more masters, though. Now, Honor Resolve does not like
Cruel and savage.
gate battle. Yeah. Oh, that's brutal, dude. We might try to double stack this instead. I really don't like fighting gate battles, especially not against White Lions and Archer spam.
Carnage.
We'll
and
encircle that for
bloodshed
now.
await.
What is your dark purpose? Sorceress
And
of the Dark
I
Convent.
think we just ignore everything over here. Keep moving westwards to get at Tor Anrock. We captured that and we're in great shape.
Dark sorceress.
So one thing I need to figure out. Forces do not receive vigor penalties from raiding stance. Okay, so that's not just Rakarth, that's his entire faction. So yeah, we'll start raiding. That'll get us some slaves too. Get some money and maybe force an army out of Tor Anrock. Again, I don't really care about Tor Anlek. I actually did not mean to rebuild those.
Born to command.
One more turn, we're fully kitted out again.
Certainly not.
Alistair, recruiting some big ol' stacks in Port Elistor.
Rakarth is supreme.
I am a little bit scared of Lothar getting sniped out here. I don't know if there's gonna be another stack coming from that side. We need to get over here quickly.
Rookie servant with noble purpose.
Kill!
Destruction lies beyond. All is mine. Noble of Nagaroth. Dread Commander.
They bow only to Rakarth.
Feared Warrior. Cruel Dreadlord.
Tremble before Rakarth.
Yeah, we'll wait one more turn, then fight Port Alistar. Get rid of
Create chaos.
our boy, totally not Corhill. And I definitely don't want to fight that right now. I'm not going to be able to get another stack over here in time. We'll see if they like sally out or something. I'm not expecting more stacks to come from here. I think most of the high elf power is right here in the center near Shrine of Azurian. I do need to build stuff.
The Druki are restless.
What do we get for a maxed out Dreadmance? More public order. I'm gonna wait 2 or 3 more turns of not building anything just so I have a really nice bank account. And then we'll probably invest in that, in some infrastructure and maybe getting that 5th stack up. Just so if you're running that
Bow before Rakarth.
negative in terms of supply lines, you're then in a situation where you can kind of supplement your army as well. So yeah, I think we'll just let that bank account get a little bit higher and then we'll go. Is that another stack that just walked in? I think it is. Another half stack maybe. Hello, Lord of Creation, welcome my friend. Gaku, CA not allowing siege equipment and gate battles was such a lazy cop-out, LMAO. Is it? I figured that'd be more like a design decision. What? I imagine it's not very hard to add siege equipment to it. If they wanted to do it, I'm sure they could have. But yeah, I guess I don't really know why. I don't know why. You can't use battering rams, or maybe the walls are just too tall. I think that's probably that's what it is. The walls are too tall. I think the ass ladders don't work on the walls. That's probably why. Now I will say the whole ass ladder thing, that was, you could probably argue that standpoint is pretty weak. Yeah.
This wretched.
The ass ladders are still hilarious. I am very much hoping that siege rework addresses those. I mean, they're hilarious to watch, but the second you see sirens pull 50-foot tall ladders out of their buttholes, it just gets a little bit weird. We got giant wolves. Okay. I've actually not played a Drycha campaign, so I've never used this unit. Oh my god, we're making so much money right now. I love it.
Moving on.
And Tor Anrock is undefended. Alright. Is this worth fighting?
And even quiet.
Futile.
Well,
Far beneath an archmage.
if I leave, then they come in and snipe out Anguriel, and then Lothern's open to attack too. Maybe I can do something like this.
Now,
Set up an ambush. And I believe we have higher ambush success chances too, so
Master of
we might be able to bait somebody out.
Dreadlord, awaiting command.
Alright, so she's finally here. We can maybe have her come join, and then we'll just auto-resolve these battles. And push on to Guy and Vale and Vol's Anvil. This army will be able to attack soon. This army will be able to attack next turn. Maybe 1 or 2 more turns of just letting my income sit there and be happy. We'll see if there's anything to build up in Karen Carr. That build up the walls. See what they do. Oh, they caught that ambush. The damn white lions are so hot right now.
bow, well, for you are in the presence of greatness.
Anyone else notice Alistair the White Lion looks like if the costume designers for Vikings had to design a high elf? That's kind of just white lions in general. He pretty much looks exactly like Corhill or any of the other white lions. Exact same aesthetic. The hair's maybe a teeny bit different. Defensive Alliance? Do I want to? I don't really want to be friends with you. I don't like Skaven. They're stinky. Now, one thing I do need to take a look at is my trade agreements and my diplomacy and see if I can get something out of...
Slaughter calls us.
And Lexington Fall, yeah. No surprise there. Need to see if I can get a confederation with Malekith anytime soon. No, he's stronger than me now.
You may speak your words, but they will change nothing.
He wants to be my friend. But if you go military alliance, that cuts down on your ability to confederate. I don't know why defensive alliance and military alliance are counted differently in terms of the calculation that determines whether you can go for a confederation, but if you have a defensive alliance, it's not a problem. You can still confederate normally. If you have a military alliance, I think it adds both of your power bars together, so even if they're missing their stacks, when they would normally want to confederate, if you only had defensive alliance, if you have a military alliance, they won't do it. So investing in that is a poor call, I think.
Noble born.
Black Orcs all kitted out now. And, do I make this? I think I make the stack here and make it a Hydra stack. That sounds kind of fun. I don't have any Beastmaster armies. I guess if I'm going to do a Hydra thing, that'd be pretty thematic. Aggressive. Neither one is particularly amazing traits. But Dark Elves don't really have amazing Lord traits, honestly. That's more a High Elf thing. Yeah, we'll go for something a little bit more thematic. We'll go Kuzu, the High Beastmaster. Loyalty may be an issue when he first comes in. Yeah, loyalty 3. Not ideal. But thankfully we have this really cool thing called Make Your Loyalty Better. And once he wins some battles for me, that will no longer be an issue.
Beastmaster.
Okay, Hydras all day, baby. Well, it's not going to be a full stack, so maybe don't invest in those yet. Let's do maybe a base of Shades first, just because their upkeep's a little bit less. Generally, you want to recruit the more expensive upkeep units last, just so you don't spend extra money of them sitting around doing nothing. We could go... yeah, let's go dual weapon Shades. That sounds fun. So maybe 8 of those, and then 10, 11 monsters, something like that should work out pretty well. Seize your provocations.
Favored of the Witch King. Do not cease. Onwards! Onwards!
That should... yeah, I was gonna say that should be in reinforcement range.
Dominating. Savage them beasts. Heal.
Almost lost a Stegadon. Almost. Oh, that made me so much money. Oh my lord.
You will regret this.
And so many slaves. They do get words of power, that is true. Yeah, so Shadow Dart was one I tried to get for Shakara. Didn't work out, unfortunately. She got Poison Blade and something else that was kind of lame. Like, it's really... poison attacks, very meh. I couldn't get anything good. I just had no options for anything good.
For Karan Khan.
I love the Dark Elves OST, it's so solid. We'll continue buffing our Shades until they get that missile damage increase, and then maybe work on buffing Hydras. And what I think we'll do is actually that 5th army I just made, we'll maybe get a couple extra Hydras, bring them down, and give them to Rakarth. What do you guys think of Rakarth so far, from what you've seen from videos and from this live stream? I think it's gonna be a good lord. I think it's gonna be a fun lord. I think that's more important. A lot of people feel like Wood Elves in campaign aren't strong right now, but I personally think their campaign is fun as hell. The bouncing around the world and teleporting, which is actually something I suggested like 3 or 4 years ago when I did my Wood Elves lore video. Using the world roots, I'm so glad they implemented that. I find the Wood Elves to be really fun, even if in campaign they may not be considered like a top tier faction. Though in multiplayer, their roster is
Submit to me.
very, very good right now, even with the nerfs. And they did get a lot of nerfs, which is pretty much how CA tackles DLC. Release it broken OP, and then wait 3 months and nerf it back into some semblance of normalcy. Alright, in the far north, the slaves are starting to roll in. Let's take a look at this. So, I don't actually know the ideal, optimal way to set up your slaves. I think I'm doing it relatively correctly at the moment. Your most important provinces are the ones you want to funnel slaves into, obviously. I just don't know what the upper bound is in terms of how many provinces you're good to request additional slaves for. I guess it would just depend on how many battles you're fighting and how many slaves you have coming in. But I think that for now, having Jeskar and Albion is good. And then once Lothar is a little bit more invested in the slave economy, we can probably buff them up a little bit more. But we're only at 78% slave, and oh yeah, we finished the Ohm Stone building. So now we're making 11,000 a turn from the Isle of Wights. Dude, it's
Baying for blood.
Dark Elves are not the richest faction in Warhammer 2, I don't think. I think that's actually, they did nerf Entrepreneur for the High Elves, so maybe the Dark Elves do have the best economy now. They might. I'm not actually sure.
Dark Lord.
Either way, their economy is bananas, and it's pretty entertaining. It makes for some very powerful Doomstack potential. I'm not gonna upgrade that, but I can upgrade Lycian, right? Wait, where is this? Oh no, definitely not. That's on the cutting edge of High Elf territory. On this side, though, I can move on Tor and Rock.
I cannot rewrite reality.
Is this stack good enough to fight 2 battles back to back? Oh, it's only level 3? I should be able to. Oh, God. I hate this. Look at that trash-ass garrison, and look at the balance bar. If I auto-resolve this, I would lose everything. I'd probably win, but my stack would just be absolutely murdered. I guess we have to fight it. That's something I hope they address in Warhammer 3. Don't make me fight battles that are pointless. Like, this is not close. There is no reason that High Elf archers should be that powerful on the balance bar just because you have walls. How is Entrepreneur nerfed? I think they lowered its stacking. Oh, why is this not loading? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We might have a crash here, boys. Oh, nope. My SSD was just really slow. What the hell was that? The hell's the point of dropping 150 bucks on my Samsung M2 drive if it won't load my goddamn games? We aight. That was a little bit scary. Yeah, look at this. Like, now I'm in the game. The balance bar is 90-10 in my favor. Like, thank you, CA. Thank you very much.
Dealers in death. The merciless host. Dark elves. Dark shards. Dealers in death.
To everyone who showed up today on stream, thank you guys for joining. I have had some fun showing off Rakarth. Not quite done yet, but this might be the final battle, because I still have to work on videos and eat a little bit of food. And for everybody who donated as well, thank you very much. Really appreciate the generosity. You guys are awesome, and we've got, well, there's more stuff coming. That's all I'll say for now. It's gonna be a crazy few months, I think. I'm very excited.
Bolt throwers. Nagarothi. Shades. Merciless warriors.
Okay, Shades are good. Dark Shards are good. We're gonna have our Supreme Sorceress up front just to tank some arrow fire. The Bolt Throwers, we can move right here. Maybe shoot down some towers. And I think we will have to get a little bit more aggressive in this one simply because of the way this map is set up. Yeah, dragons can go. Supreme Sorcerers can go. Shades can move up. I think we've got enough firepower to... Dark Shards should definitely be first. They've got missile block chance at least. Yeah, just to make it a little bit more clear, I don't know, I do not know what's coming next for Warhammer 2. I have no idea. Not that I would tell you if I did, but I don't.
Battle ready. Slaughter them. Massacre them. No mercy.
Spreading terror.
Big volleys coming in. Hell yeah. Alright, Black Dragons, go. I guess I could Spirit Leech the Lord?
Do my bidding. Untamada. Dark sorceress. Untamada. Of course.
Get one juicy breath attack from the flank. Oh, it feels so good to be bad. You did not breath attack. This makes me sad. That'll do it. Okay, they're literally gonna route to army losses penalty 5 seconds after battle is joined. And it really made me fight this battle.
Seeking distraction.
Bruh.
Dark power.
Dark shards. Glorious destruction.
If we snipe out the Lord here, I think they just run.
Understood.
Shades.
Alright, I gotta be careful with the friendly fire now.
Following orders. We understand.
Sisters did not enjoy that too much. Okay, push through. Kill that Lord. One more Spirit Leech should kill her off, and then that's good night, sweet princess. Yeah, I think we'll see Vermin Lords too, man. I think that's gonna be... I mean, look, I think we're all pretty... Not all of us, most of us. The people who aren't heathens are pretty worn out on Skaven stuff. And I am very cool with them not receiving anything for a very long time. But... Thankful, Vermin Lord, Storm Fiends, I think those are important additions that will I mean, at the end of the day, it's not even whether it's important. The question is, will it sell product? The answer is yes. It'll probably get made. I mean, they're doing Cathay, for God's sakes. Like, why do you think they're doing that? Because it's a smart financial decision. What's back here? Tyrannok? Okay, I'm not gonna... What are you guys doing? Dude, I think honestly the best troll CA could ever do for April Fools, they should just say a new Skaven DLC, or that Warhammer 3 is just gonna be Skaven focused. That's all they have to do. Imagine the unbelievable salts that would transpire. I mean, think about my Age of Sigmar video from a couple years back. Think about how much salt that drove. I could have like turned the Mississippi River into a salt mine in and of itself.
Moving out! Quickly now!
There's someone who's unbreakable. What's going on? Or, oh, I already won. Dumbass. Bro, I'm out of it. Hungover and exhausted is no way to go through life, son. Skaven vs. Skaven with a Skaven free LC. Icket Claw Ethereal, the new free LC Lord. Icket Claw's brother, Snicket Claw, is going to be the next Legendary Lord. Tricket Claw is his younger sister. She'll be the third one. We've got 3 Skaven Lords coming, boys. That's what I know about Warhammer 2 right now. Get hype. The entire Icket Claw clan is coming. It's going to be a good show.
Take their meager possessions.
Alright, well, I had kind of wanted to get more conflict than just Ulthuan, just because I feel like it doesn't show off Rakarth quite as well as could be done. I will actually be curious to go back and see what other streamers and YouTubers have done in their opening moves with the Beastlord, if they ended up fighting Ulthuan or not. I just felt like I kind of had to come here because I was already at war with them and they were going to send stacks my way otherwise. But maybe there are more interesting openings you can do. But here's the thing. I feel like the smart play is to turtle up on Albion. Is to get your economy going like this. I mean, look how much money we're making, man. Like, that was simply because we spent 15, 20 turns at the start just building the place up, getting powerful, and then striking out. But Ulthuan is your biggest threat. Like, it's the Empire that's the closest to you. Benjamin, the $2. Wait, does this cost money? I don't know if you're joking or not. It appears so, yeah. Thank you for the donation, man. Much appreciated. I think you want to just build up this territory and just kind of turtle. I think you can play a pretty turtley style here. I honestly think that going to Marienburg, Bretonia, and cutting into the heart of the Empire would be super fun. And if we do some more of this campaign on stream, then I think that might be the next play. But yeah, for now, consolidating that donut, getting a super powerful economy, being a rich boy, I mean, it's worked out. We got plenty of slaves, economy's good, armies are powerful. We are, we're in the mid-game snowball. And then we'll probably get met with chaos and it'll start getting a little bit scarier after that. But for now, I think I'm going to get a little bit of food in me. I'm going to maybe take a quick power nap. And then I am going to finish my multiplayer video, which will be showing off Rakarth in battle. And that battle was played against Heir of Carthage. We played 2. One's on his channel. They were sloppy. They were honestly sloppy games. neither of us have played a whole ton of multiplayer recently, but I think the battle I'm going to show does a good job of showing what Rakarth can do in terms of his melee prowess and how efficient he can be in combat. He's very expensive, but I think he can be a decent lord. I don't think he's going to change the meta for the Dark Elves at all, but he's a solid choice, and he's fun. And he hits like a truck. He hits like a Mack truck, which you will see in that video. So I think we'll end it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I know it wasn't probably quite as long as I would have liked to have gone, but I think if I want to get the video up at a reasonable time today, that's what I'm going to have to do. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you all so much for the donations. Let me make sure that I did not miss any more. And especially to Redleg 36 FA, that $100. The great content. Always enjoy your videos and wit. That's super generous of you, my guy. Very much appreciated. I don't think I missed any more. But yeah, plenty more Rakarth, plenty more Warhammer 2. Still got some Battlefield 1 stuff. Might even do a couple streams with that at some point. I am gonna get more back into streaming once. Well, not once. I felt good today, honestly. Like in terms of the acid reflux, it didn't really bother me at all. So maybe I've turned a corner there, make it a little bit easier to stream. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Stay tuned for that video. It should be a good one. And I will see you all in the next one. Peace out. A-Town.